you could have lost everything. I'm looking at you and I can't tell if you've won 100 million, lost 100 million. Like, there's just no way. Your ups and swings and downs. And I look at the phone, so I know it's the truth. I can't tell you where you're at. You don't change from day to day.
You know, I kind of show you some of the reason I show you the numbers is for that reason, that you know, it's easy to say the numbers, but you'll be like, is he really? He's got a pretty fucking flat personality, a pretty flat mood. And I kind of show you that because I'm like, well, you know, I want you to see that here's what's happening. Like, move around the screen and see that there's the account.
It's amazing how when people are real, they'll show proof. They have no problems showing that.
You're never gonna have the opportunity to lose 400 grand in a day if you don't get your shit together. If you don't have $1 million yet, you're living a much lesser life than what could be easily available to you with the right guidance. My head coach has freed up a few spots in his calendar to hold one-on-one strategy calls with the highest quality applicants. If you're doing well already and you're looking to accelerate your momentum and do even better, click the link in the description now and apply for your strategy session. More at the end of this video. You know, I came in here last week and I showed them some things that were happening in the stock market. You know, I was up $900 and some thousand the one day, something like $940,000. You know, a different day this week, I was up 922,000 at the end of the day. Yesterday I was down 400,000. Today I'm up about 7,400, which we were laughing at because I have these swings where I'm down 400,000, up 900,000. Today I was up 7,400.
Which, you know, I gotta play a game with myself with you a little bit. I try to see if I can ever tell when you're about to tell me if you're up or down. I'm like, okay, I'm looking at you, I'm like, down, up. And I can't get it right. And I love to be able to think, like, reading people is a part of life, especially important in martial arts and business. So my ability to read somebody, I try to hone at all times. I absolutely cannot read you. You could have lost everything. I'm looking at you and I can't tell if you've won 100 million, lost 100 million. Like, there's just no way. Your ups and swings and downs. And I look at the phone, so I know it's the truth. I can't tell you where you're at. You don't change from day to day.
You know, I kind of show you some of the reason I show you the numbers is for that reason, that you know, it's easy to say the numbers, but you'll be like, is he really? He's got a pretty fucking flat personality, a pretty flat mood. And I kind of show you that because I'm like, well, you know, I want you to see that here's what's happening. Like, move around the screen and see that there's the account.
It's amazing how when people are real, they'll show proof. They have no problems showing that.
Well, today I was up 7,400. But the bigger point is you're never going to have the opportunity to lose 400 grand in a day if you don't get your shit together. And like, was I bummed out yesterday about that? Or?
Man, I cannot tell what side of the swing you're on. Never. It doesn't affect our training. It doesn't affect your mindset. It never affects anything. That's why I find it that's why, again, I like to hone my ability to read. I'm trying to sit there and pick up on cues and look. I'm like, how the hell, man? You are a great poker player as far as stoic, which is a great fighting attribute. You can't bring emotions with you. They cloud your mind. Whether you're winning or losing, you should have the same mindset.
But the core thought that I have is not a poker face. The core thought that I have, and not that I take any issue with what you said, that makes a lot of sense what you said, but the core thought that allows that to be that way and sincerely is like, I'm going to do the same shit today no matter what.
Right.
If I was up 3 million, am I going to skip my workout now? Are we going to fucking drink champagne to celebrate? I don't want to drink champagne. I want to go work out.
That's why it's good to eliminate emotion. It interferes with what you're going to do.
If I was down 3 million, am I going to get drunk then? No, now I really got work to do. So it's not going to change the rest of my day, folks. Like, you make that point to yourself is like, you got to put yourself in a situation like, hey, if the market's up, that's great. You know, get back to work. The market's down, that's unfortunate. Get back to work. The market's going sideways. Things are pretty boring. Like today, 7,400. I'll take it. That's nice. That's a month's wages for an upper peasant. An upper peasant, they make about 7,400 a month. I'll take it. That's sweet. Nice. Probably could buy a half-year supply of condoms or something with that kind of money, huh? If I was single, that'd be 6-7 months of condoms with that kind of money. No problem.
But see how you're right on both sides of it? And that's how fighting is too. Like, it's exactly what you're saying. It's verbatim exactly what I say. If I'm in a fight, sometimes when people are losing a fight and they get discouraged, the emotion hits them, they quit. People understand that. But I tell people, being successful in a fight too can be dangerous, because then your emotions get high, you get excited, all of a sudden you start making mistakes because you think you're ahead, you're leading, and then the tide gets turned and it crushes you. So it's the same thing. You can't even celebrate either when you're in the fight. Don't. Don't change how you are. It's no emotion. On both sides of it, negatively and positive. Like you said, you're up, now it's time to party and celebrate. Like, well, no, not at all, man. Keep driving. Keep doing what you're supposed to do.
I think that's very important. I think that consistency part, I think one of the smartest things I do that nobody else wants to do is I just do people say, oh, what's new, Derek? What's going on? What's new? I said, nothing. Nothing's new. I just do the same boring things repetitively. I just do the same things repetitively. I show up and I eat the meat. I go lift the heavy stuff. We go fucking choke each other and toss each other around. I go get the money. I go read more financial statements, get some more money. I go to the airport and fly somewhere to meet my best clients. I see a quarter, nickel, penny, dime. I pick it up and get that money too. And I just do the same things repetitively. But that's why I get results consistently. How do you get consistent results over time? Well, you got to put in consistent work over time. If you don't want to do that, then okay, most people don't want to do that. I don't want to do it every day. But that's what it takes to be successful. If you want to be a fucking winner at a high level, that's what it takes. And if you don't mind being a bum, I don't know why you're here. You won't mind when we kick your bitch ass out. You won't mind. If you don't belong here and you're okay being mediocre, so you won't miss it when we kick your bitch ass out this week. That's okay with me. I don't mind at all. I look forward to getting rid of the fucking weak ones so we can focus on the other ones. I look forward to it. I'm happy for you to go. For those that aren't dedicated to your success, I'm excited for you to leave. The only people more excited than me are the other clients here. Because then we can focus on things that matter. So my guests don't want to hear this nonsense. They don't want to hear about some underperforming pussy. They met plenty of people like that in their life. They already found ways to avoid those people in their own life. They don't want to be part of my life dealing with your weakness, your lack of care for yourself, lack of care for your family, lack of care for your future in every way. You're going to have the people like that don't want to put in work consistently. You're not going to have results consistently.
Another way to now is to point out in the fight world, I was actually speaking to a guy who's a world champion level fighter and we were talking about some of his shortcomings. I'm working with him, and a lot of the times I have to work with his mindset. And that's one of the things we have to work on is the mental discipline to keep doing the boring stuff during the fight, maintaining stance, balance, extending the jab, looking for, because at times when he's in close fights, he doesn't want to keep doing the boring stuff over and over again, waiting for the other person to mentally break. So they go ahead and he jumps onto something and tries to do something high risk and create chaos and go. And I'm like, there wasn't time for that. It wasn't the moment. You weren't behind. But it's hard to sit there and meticulously do the right thing over and over again and not make a mistake and do the boring stuff. It takes some mental discipline. It's exciting to do exciting shit. It's hard to do the basic mundane, just straight up over and over. And that takes a lot of mental toughness that people then will panic on and do something stupid. And it's like, oh man, why did you do that? Well, I just got restless or I got anxious. I'm like, those words can't exist.
You watch this video all the way through, and that tells me you're dedicated to learning more and earning far above average outcomes in your life. Congratulations for that. But now it's time to take action. If you could have earned those results by yourself, you would have done it already. My head coach has opened up a few spots on his high-demand calendar for an in-person, one-on-one strategy session to help you. On this call, we'll give you the pragmatic advice that you can implement tonight to get laser-focused on the right metrics and leave mediocrity far behind in your past. Click that link right now in the description below and apply for your call immediately. Do it now.